Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of King Dio, I the Dragon, Rabbit Hole, and Cruel and Beautiful. I was just sitting here thinking of what video topic to cover, what to talk about, and I ended up looking through YouTube and stumbling across a ReviewTechUsa video. Nintendo has officially lost their minds. Dislike bullshit. I watched a couple of seconds of it. Nintendo shut down another ROM site. I wouldn't mind if they preserve their history better. Immediately clicked off. I don't understand this. I don't understand this narrative coming from people like Rich, people like him, like trying to justify ROMs and emulators, like acting like, consoles like the NES and the Game Boy aren't still perfectly viable and still work to this day, and you can still pick up new titles, that Nintendo hasn't already re-released a lot of their classic content several times over, particularly on 3DS and Wii U, relatively recently. This idea that, oh man, these consoles are old and obsolete. Like, Nintendo needs to re-release all of their content all the time. It's nonsense. It's an excuse. It's a justification for piracy, essentially. It is the excuse that pirates make to explain why what they're doing is morally justified. Like, oh man, I can't get my hands on these games any other way. Like, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, but I somehow don't own a Switch, Nintendo Switch Online, or a Nintendo Wii U. I've never rebought any of these games. I don't still own original copies, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big Nintendo fan. No. People like Rich, people like ReviewTechUsa, people like Niche Gamer, people like... There are so many people like this who just constantly justify, who constantly make shit up, and constantly make new excuses every time Nintendo goes out of their way to protect their copyright. And that's exactly what's going on here. Nintendo is finally taking the steps necessary to make downloading ROMs off the internet more inaccessible. Like, it's going to be a long time before they're wiped out completely, but Nintendo's well on its way to making it to establishing themselves as protecting their properties and protecting their rights, because there's no justifying it. There never really was, but people like this will always insist they're in the right because Nintendo's a big corporation, and as a random ass douchebag, they feel like they deserve full rights to just download these games, whatever, and play them on whatever piece of hardware they want, which is of course unacceptable. Wait for an official release. Just buy a video game, buy the games on their original hardware.